This semester was a little bit different. I had a huge paper due at the end of today, the last day. But I had a couple big exams and a big project that took me a week longer than I thought. So
we had the 3-hour exam yesterday?
I had 2 3-hour exams yesterday.
2 3-hour exams yesterday, and then the paper
due this morning at 11:30.
So what were all those classes?
The first one was discrete mathematics. Second one, artificial intelligence, and then papers for theories of international affairs. Discrete mathematics, there's a few things that intersect with artificial intelligence, just with logic and understanding some abstract concepts. But really, artificial intelligence in my theories of international affairs class, surprising, especially in the first half of the semester, how much stuff we were going over that really intersected. When we're talking about, theories, we're talking about the social scientific method, and we talk about epistemology, theory of knowing. And we talk about a lot of that sort of stuff in the philosophy of artificial intelligence. What makes a machine think. But looking at how they relate is really has been fascinating, especially as I've been entering my upper division classes in both international affairs and computer science. There's a lot of stuff that really converges around the whole idea of how you think and how we study the world around us. They take different approaches to it, but there's a lot of very similar terms and a lot of very similar concepts. And I just remember when I came here, it just clicked the minute I got on campus. There was people around. It was a really sunny day. It was super nice. People are everywhere, so it's kind of deceiving. But nonetheless, I just remember I sat in on a class that actually I wound up taking last semester, national security. I remember sitting in that class and just being blown away by the things that the students were talking about. I remember walking out of that class, looking around. It was like 10:30 out in front of Howard. Rudy's around, just going, "This is where I need to go." It doesn't just have to be like military service or community service in the sense where you're picking up trash or helping somebody read. That's all great and I think very important. But I think there's a lot of different ways you can serve your community, and that's something that I want to do in the coming years. Is find a way that I fit into the puzzle and to give back to my community, my country in some way. But for me, I figure what are my strengths and what are my skills and how can I apply those to helping out society. The role of the student body president really is as the spokesperson for the student body when it comes to dealing with the administration. In an ideal world, people would bring concerns to student government, which would get funneled to me, and then I bring them to the administration, and I bring their concerns back to the student body. And I work with them on committees. I'm dealing with the bookstore. We're looking to renegotiate our contract with Barnes & Noble and create a textbook rental program. So I'm the student representative dealing with that. And there's other students involved, but I'm like the point person. So I took it on myself, and over winter break, I researched a lot of other schools, similar sized schools, student or constitutions, and I formulated a rough draft. And I brought it back the first day of school and said, let's get this done as soon as possible. So the 9 of us sat down and discussed it, kind of did a working group on it. So we brought it to the student body, held 2 different forums, open forums that were well publicized for students to bring their input. We got some good ideas in there, some things that people didn't like that we changed. It was voted on and ratified. I remember in high school I was doing a project on voting records for Barbara Fox, or my senator in California, and it's not available. Yeah. And that's when I first started getting interested in this convergence of technology and democracy. And it's almost embarrassing how far behind the federal government is in updating or modernizing itself, because we live in a time where the internet has made things so transparent, yet our government is so far behind. The Senate puts the bills on the internet in PDF form, and you can go through and search the bill by number, so you know the number of the bill, not even by the tagline name, just by number. And you can go through and then look and see who signed it. Yeah. But there's no way to just search using an XML document, what most businesses and websites use today. Where everything is very tangible and can be broken apart and searched, with real ease. There's no way to just go on the internet and search, whatever your senator's name is and see their voting record. Right, and it's certainly already happening. I mean, you look at the whole thing with social networking, Facebook and MySpace.
Yeah.
Just the amount of personal information that's now public, and it's public forever.
Yeah.
There's that whole debate: is Facebook changing its whatever it's like its user agreement?
Yeah.
Where they changed it, but your photos for a few hours or a few days were technically their property. It's that sort of thing that my generation is really going to have to become comfortable with, because it's something that we perhaps unknowingly already signed ourselves up for.